Son of a bitch. Hello, I've come prepared this time. Mannequin 3, The Reckoning. Is there a Mannequin 1 and Mannequin 2? There was a movie called Mannequin that came out in 1987. I liked the flame in his eyeball when he first woke up, just to further convey that this is his memories. This isn't actually happening to him now. I just thought that that was a cool effect. That was just neat. Have some marshmallows and some chocolate, have a little s'more in Sammy's eyeball. It reminded me of the Bodies exhibit. Do any of you know that? Where it's like the real bodies. Siler much? Hello. And the guy totally looked like Matt Parkman. The first guy, I was like, what? Siler? Because of the whole wall in your mind thing. What's a snooki? That's a good question. Dean comparing him and Sam's times in hell. Dean was technically there longer, I think. Sam was possessed by Lucifer first. I mean, Sam's situation was a wee bit worse, a wee bit more intense. I find it a little odd that they're handling it much in the same way though, because Sam and Dean tend to be the same but opposite. Sam should be a little more emotional about this, because Dean, you know, did his Dean shell. He closed off his emotions and everything to deal with it. Sam just kind of is like, do, I was in hell. Where were they doing all this research? Because we're used to seeing them go, I'm Agent Nugent and I'm Agent Plant and whatever, and they didn't do that this time. Not that that's necessary, we can just assume that that happened. They haven't done it in so long that I kind of felt like we did need to see it a little bit, and it would just been funny. Lisa has a really cool lamp. This episode made me like Ben. Not that I disliked the kid before. At first I was a little bit put off by their dialogue because he was speaking like he was 6 years old. And I actually wrote that down. And then he's like, don't talk to me like I'm 6. And then he called Dean a dick. And I was like, okay, now I believe you're 11. Dean is he still has this skewed vision of himself. I understand his fear for Ben turning into him and everything, but he still has this negative self-image that is just whack. It gets really frustrating. You just want to reach through the screen and shake Dean and be like, you don't owe Sam anything. And I understand Sam's kind of a ticking time bomb right now. And he wouldn't be Dean if he just left. But they had that, oh my God, that lame montage. Holy crap, that came out of nowhere. He's just driving along and it's like, montage, montage. Are we supposed to believe he's just done with Lisa and Ben? Because I don't believe that for a second. That was weird. The Lisa and Ben entire situation on the surface level made sense. It looked like it made sense, but if you know the story of their relationship, it really didn't add up all the way. She kicks him out, calls him, he doesn't pick up, and she blames him. She blames Dean for coming back, and her kid called him. It was slightly off. I can't really explain it. I don't know. It's kind of like they threw her in there, and I'm not exactly sure why. I like that it was a legit ghost story. The twist with the organ, it being her kidney, was amazing. I've never seen that done before. Maybe it has been, I just don't know. But I thought that was such a good twist. I didn't like the way it quickly wrapped up though in the end. She just dies. But how are they supposed to get the kidney out realistically? I thought maybe a little more could have been said with the sister when the ghost appeared. I was expecting something a little bit more dramatic. Lars and the real girl with the blow-up dolls. Did anyone else get reminded of that and that My Strange Addiction show and everything? Flippin' weird, man. They were back to being in ghetto apartment. In the flipping motel that they're in, the walls are crumbling down. Like, they used to do that. You would not really notice it at first. They would just be having these conversations, and then you realize the room that they're in is collapsing around them. That's so funny. The last couple episodes have felt like old school Supernatural, but like it was forced. They were trying to capture something that had been missing. This time, I actually felt as though we had the old school vibe back, and it worked. I felt like it worked personally. I could actually buy Sam and Dean interacting in this one for some reason. I could buy it. Their emotions and everything are still, there's just something not connecting here. I enjoyed this episode. I really did. It was kind of a turnaround. This season is like manic depressive. It's like up and down, up and down. And the preview for next week reminds me so much of Hollywood Babylon, except more twisted. I don't want to like give it away. I'm looking forward to next week because I think it's going to be fun and I'm excited. And then they need to get serious again and explain some shiz, you know what I'm saying? I will see you guys later in the week. Sante.